Hello everyone, welcome back to Iron Shield Media. Today I want to walk you through a story that's massive, unfolding inside Russia right now, and one that even President Vladimir Putin can no longer keep hidden. It's about cracks appearing in the facade of power, economic systems creaking, popular sentiment shifting, and strategic imperatives being tested. What we're seeing is not simply another piece of news. It's a signal of something big, something structural, that could change the game going forward. Let's break it down together. Let's begin with the exterior, what the world sees, the visible signs of change. Russia remains a global power in many ways, a permanent seat on the UN Security Council, massive natural resources, a formidable military. But if you look closer, you'll see the outward image starting to strain. In major cities, infrastructure once proudly displayed is aging. Urban exteriors that once symbolized strength are showing wear. The economic headlines may still rid resilience, but the foundation is under pressure. You see the tall towers of Moscow, the grand avenues, the flags, but you also see that behind the gloss, the cost of maintaining this image is growing. Sanctions, reduced foreign investment, energy price fluctuations, they all feed into a subtle but rising tension. And when a country depends on its image of invulnerability, any sign of visual strain becomes amplified. So from the outside, the exterior story is a great power under strain, still standing, but with visible cracks. Now let's talk about the interior, what's going on beneath the surface. The internal workings of Russia's economy, society, and governance are showing signs of stress, reduced growth, workforce challenges, generational changes, public sentiment shifting. The military is stretched, the economy is facing bottlenecks, social services are under pressure. The interior segment here is short, but essential inside Russia. The engine that drives its global posture is creaking. And when the engine creaks, decisions made on the exterior become harder to sustain. The facade cannot hold when the internal mechanism falters. Moving on to performance, how Russia is responding to these pressures, how it is performing in key areas under stress. Militarily, Russia remains a heavyweight. Politically, it retains centralized control, but performance declines in economic productivity, in public morale, and the flexibility of institutions. The system that once delivered rapid growth and international projection now struggles with structural constraints. For example, forced to respond to multiple fronts, energy sanctions, internal dissent, demographic shifts. Russia's performance across the board reflects the weight of these burdens. The military remains significant, but the economic war footing, the cost of maintaining large conventional forces, and the internal security demands are rising. When a country fights on many fronts, performance begins to degrade in unexpected places. What we are seeing is Russia doing more with less external support, more external pressure. And that gap between ambition and capacity is expanding. Let's explore the safety features, the built-in mechanisms that a country like Russia uses to stabilize itself, and how they are now under challenge. In any powerful state, there are mechanisms. State control over media and messaging, security apparatus, strong central leadership, access to natural resource revenues, and strategic alliances. Russia has long counted on these. Centralized governance under Putin, strong security services, energy exports, nuclear deterrence. But today those safety features are being tested. Media control still exists, but digital media and leaks challenge the narrative. Security services remain strong, yet open dissent and leaks show vulnerabilities. Energy revenue is still substantial, but global transitions and sanctions reduce its buffer. Strategic alliances remain, but the cost of keeping them is high. So Russia's safety features are intact, but the margin for error is shrinking. When your safety nets begin to fray, the risk of cascading failures increases. Next, unique selling points, the reason why this story matters, why you should pay attention. First, Russia is not just any country. It's a nuclear power, a major global player, a country whose stability matters for Europe, Asia, and the world. Second, when Russia shows signs of internal strain, the implications go far beyond its borders. Energy markets, geopolitical alignments, military deterrence, nuclear posture, all are influenced. Third, the story of Russia's internal change is underreported in many places, overshadowed by external conflict. but understanding it gives us insight into potential shifts in the global balance of power. Fourth, for anyone watching global politics, security, economics, this is a story of transition, risk, and opportunity. If Russia cannot sustain the model it's built, the world may have to adjust in unexpected ways. Now, let's talk price or cost. What is being paid and what is at stake? The cost is multi-layered. Economically, sanctions, lost investment, falling yields, aging infrastructure, socially shrinking workforce, brain drain, rising inequality, public fatigue, politically legitimacy challenges, potential regional discontent, rising governance costs. Internationally, Russia is bearing the cost of projecting power while dealing with internal constraints. And the high cost is not just for Russia, it's for the global community. Disruptions in Russian energy supplies can shock markets. A miscalculation in Russian military posture can destabilize regions. So the price is high. If Russia mismanages this internal strain, the consequences will ripple outward. For citizens of Russia, for neighboring states, for global markets, the cost is real. Finally, the conclusion. We find ourselves at a moment where Russia appears strong, yet in transition. Its external image remains powerful. Its internal fabric is under pressure. Putin and his regime are adapting, but adaptation under pressure is riskier than growth. The question is, will Russia find a new sustainable model, or will the strain lead to unpredictable shifts? For observers, that's where the value lies. Watching Russia is not about merely tracking headlines, it's about understanding systemic change. For you, the viewer, this means that global stability, energy security, and geopolitical alignments may hinge on how Russia handles the stress within. In short, something big is breaking in Russia. It's been brewing for years, and now it's showing. Put simply, Putin can't hide it anymore. The cracks are visible, the stakes are high, and the world is paying attention. Thank you for watching this deep dive on Iron Shield Media. If you found this valuable, hit the like button, subscribe for more content, and share this video so others can understand this moment in Russia's story. Until next time, stay alert and informed.